Hey everybody, Alex from SeemsGoodMagic.com here. We're back and we're doing a best of 3 Strixhaven draft. Wow, open source of plowshares. I've been past it before, but I wasn't in white. So this will be the first time I get to take it. Pretty sweet, playing swords. Semester's End is the rare. Divide by Zero is a great card. I love environmental sciences. There's actually a lot of good cards in here. Both Pledge Mages that are in here are good. Combat Professor's good. Invocation's a good finisher. First year playable. Aerialist is fine. First day of class is fine. Laureate, Divide by Zero. Yeah, a lot of goodies in here, but we'll take the swords and likely see if we can make Lorehold or Silverquill work, I suppose. Or Splash Swords. I guess we could do that too. Wow. All right, well, we could take Conspiracy Theorist. It's actually a pretty decent rare, especially when you have Swords of Plowshares. Then you can discard it, cast it for 1 and draw a card. It's pretty cool. Lorehold Aggro, we could make it work. Maybe Wheel the Quintorius, we'll see. Swords would be cool with that 1-drop white... is it a spirit? I don't know. The little 1/1 that grows whenever you exile something. It's also Guiding Voice if we wanted to stick straight white and potentially still be Silverquill. And Guiding Voice I actually like quite a bit too. But I'll go with the rare. Let's draft rare.deck. No, I actually just like Conspiracy Theorists. I think it's a good card. And yeah, I mean, if we wheel Enthusiastic Study especially, it's much better, but we'll see. Ooh, and then we're past Venerable Warsinger, so maybe we can make rare.deck work here. Yeah, actually, I really like Venerable Warsinger, and it's certainly the best card remaining in this pack for us. Maybe we'll get lucky and get these Guiding Voices back, but other good cards in here, Creative Outburst, Quandrix Apprentice, Professor of Zoomancy, Teach by Example with Swords, Swords 2 things, maybe. Infuriate is certainly playable. Good trick with Warsinger since it's got Trample. And with Theorist. Yeah, I could see taking Infuriate here. Certainly more exciting than Lorehold Apprentice. There's Campus in here too. And Campus Guide is playable here too. I would say it makes it a little easier for you to play less lands. Beaming Defiance, Expel, both playable. But yeah, we'll go Infuriate, get the Mystical Archive card. I'm in the mood for some aggro. We can play some Lorehold Beats. That sounds fun. All right, here. Well, Excavation is it's a weird card. It doesn't feel particularly aggro. It does let you take advantage of creatures that enter your graveyard later. Or we could just take the Campus Guide. Campus Guide is good. It's a bit early to take it, I suppose, but I'll take it. It also would let us randomly splash something if we wanted. I just don't think I don't think for aggro it's a good idea to try and do Excavation, whereas Campus Guide can find us a land and also beat down. This is the card I was talking about, Stonebinder's Familiar. So if we pick this, it's kind of cool that you can exile something and pump it. And this lets you exile too. That's kind of cool, actually. All right. Well, we'll go for it, because otherwise it's Beaming Defiance. I don't really like... Well, Twin Scroll Shaman is pretty cool with, like, Infuriate. A lot of good blue stuff in here. Wow. Could switch into Prismari, technically, or splash Prismari stuff. But, I'll take Familiar. Can we play 1-drop.deck? That would be cool. So here, first day of class, probably actually pretty playable in here. Or we could take the Intro to Annihilation. Probably don't want the Grinning Ignis. Beaming Defiance is good. Axis Tunnel is like a free card that lets you just win the game sometimes, which is pretty sweet, actually. I could actually see the argument for taking the Access Tunnel. It's an uncommon. It doesn't take up a slot in the deck. And, like... It's awesome with, like, Conspiracy Theorist or Warsinger. I mean, honestly, it wins the game. I think Intro to Annihilation or First Day of Class would be fine here, too, but I like Access Tunnel more than most. All right, the blue is still flowing. Otherwise, we could take Thrilling Discovery. Which of these blue cards would make me want to move into blue? I mean, Snow Day is pretty good. Arcane Subtraction's playable. Maybe we'll just take the Discovery and still try and hope to put a little lore hold thing together. Okay. Semester's End is cool. We do technically have Into the Battlefield stuff. Otherwise, we take First Day of Class, find some lessons, or we just take the Pledge Mage because it evades. This is probably the best if we're really hoping to make lore hold beatdown. This thing just getting to evade is so good. Like just casting Infuriate on it and getting for 6 flying. It's pretty awesome. We got Quintorius back. That's cool. Well, we're taking that. We have a Spirit Dog already too. Yeah, we could go for some Exile synergies as well. Otherwise, Biblioplex Assistant. No, we'll take Quintorius. That's a good wheel. This card is legit just good. This really synergizes well with Lorehold Excavation too, which I would not be surprised at all if we wheel. Could take Teach by example. Not going to splash this. I guess we take Teach. Don't have... Well, we have some stuff to copy, so it's probably fine. But yeah, now we legit have some Exile synergies here. Another Thrilling Discovery, huh? Or Expel. If we're playing aggro, I don't love Expel. But I suppose we already have Thrilling Discovery, so I guess we'll take it. And I don't even really want to play the first one. Well, as expected, we got the Excavation back. Excavation with Quintorius is nuts. Exile a creature card, you get 2 4/2s. Like, that's actually crazy synergy. And granted, blue is open. This much is true, but I'm pretty happy with what we got out of pack 1 there. Alright, follow-up pick. It's Pigment Storm versus Guiding Voice. Currently don't have any lessons. Actually, I like Pigment Storm. It's kind of expensive removal, but I'm cool with it. I think we'll take it. Guiding Voice is definitely good. And, I mean, we want some lessons, but I'm going to take removal, because we're actually removal light. We just have the swords. Yeah, that's it, in a combat trick. So, Pigment Storm. And Pigment Storm is at its very best in this kind of deck, where you're trying to be aggro. Absolutely. Randomly, just sometimes it's a 5 mana 4 damage to your opponent's face, and that's enough to win. And then other times it just deals with pesky creatures you can't otherwise deal with. Which is also good. Alright, we could take the... Yeah, I mean, Familiar makes sense. We have the Excavation in Quintorius. It does actually make sense, believe it or not. So we'll take it. Probably wheel the Sudden Breakthrough, which I might play if we still end up removal light. Blex. Yeah, Blex is cool. Could take Claim the Firstborn. This can... Actually, I mean... Claim the Firstborn is not bad, but I think I might... I like Hall Monitor, actually. But this Stealing the Summons is pretty sweet, actually. I mean, you can win games off the back of that, for sure. Especially with, like, Teach by Example. 3 mana, steal 2 tokens. I mean, there are a lot of pests floating around. Also, could get the expanded Anatomy. That is also true, and Anatomy is certainly at its best in a deck like this. A lot of playables for us here, because even Blood Age General with the spirits we have is probably pretty good, but we don't have a way to dig up lessons yet. Turning off blockers is pretty sweet, though. I'm going to go Hall Monitor. I think Expanded Anatomy would be a good pickup. A lot of people don't like this card. I do. Got an Anatomy anyway, so this seems like a great opportunity to take it. There's Effigy in here, too, which would be more graveyard shenanigan synergies, but we'll take this for now. Gift of Estates. Well, it's actually playable, but probably take Academic Dispute here. It's just a 1 mana randomly... I mean, it randomly can be good. Gift of Estates gives you some card advantage, which is nice and lets you hit your land drops. But I'm a little less worried about playing 17 lands when one of them is an Access Tunnel too. I think Intro to Annihilation would be good, but I'm going to take the Dispute. I like this card. And we're like 1-drop deck right now. Alright, Rip Apart. I say yes. Otherwise, Pillar Drop Rescuer is looking real good here too, especially with Quintorius. But I'm going to take the removal. Wow, shock too. I mean, this is the cheapest deck I've drafted in this whole format. Illuminate History is actually pretty good too. First Save Class with all this cheap stuff would be just fine. Like, there's a good chance you get 2 creatures off of that and a learn. But I'm definitely taking shock. I mean, I've never had this many 1-drops. Cool. How many creatures do we have? 8? All right, whatever. I'm taking Heated Debate. And we're getting there. I'd like the Enthusiastic Study. I'd probably play Divine Gambit. I would certainly play a second Pledge Mage, but I'm taking Debate. And never looking back. Granted, we need some creatures. Hopefully we can figure it out. I'd like some more Exile from Graveyard stuff, but I'm not going to get upset about anything we got going on here. Probably just take the commons. I don't like taking a card that I'm going to splash for. I'd probably just take the land that lets you splash and then figure it out from there if you even want to play it. Archway Commons is probably at its worst in a deck like this where you just want to curve out and play cheap stuff. So if we're going to make aggro work, topping out at 5 is just fine. Probably don't want anything too much more expensive, although if I find Rise of Extus, I mean, we probably still take it. Teach by Example is kind of just fine in here. Copying Heated Debate, Rip Apart, Shock, Swords, even Dispute, not bad. Late game copying Pigment Storm. All right, we can take the Sudden Breakthrough. Possibly play it. It's a fine combat trick. Wow, we got the Claim back. I'm going to take that over Blood Age General. I actually think Claim can... It follows this theme of 1-drop deck, that's for sure. But I think Claim can win some games. Probably more games than Blood Age General can. All right, Effigy versus Twin Scroll Shaman. We don't really have Pump. We have Infuriate. Oh, we have Sudden Breakthrough. Probably still take the Effigy. All right, we got a Shaman anyway. One-drop deck here. It's cool. Thrill versus Fuming Effigy. Might actually take the Thrill. I think I like it more than Thrilling Discovery. Last pick playable. That's kind of cool. All right, Thunderous Order is a great card. Another Pigment Storm is another option, but there's also Study Break. Sedgemoor Witch. Man, we could splash this. Do I want to splash in my aggro deck? Typically, no, but Sedgemoor Witch is one of the stronger rares that you can get. And we have Campus Guide and Archway Commons. I think I'm going to go for it. This card is so good. It's got Menace, 3-drop, 3 power, and then you're just burning your opponent's stuff and getting pests. This card is nuts. We'll take it, and honestly, we're probably going to, at the very least, wheel First Year and possibly getting Pigment Storm back. Whatever. I'll take the Witch. I'm not going to be upset about it. Professor would be a good pickup here. Callous Blood Mage is fine. Less exciting than Sedgemoor Witch on the splash, I would say. I'll take the Professor. Professor is sweet. Evasive and pumps here. Just goes well with the aggro plan. Could take the Historian, get a 2-drop. It also lets you exile for synergies in this deck. Probably makes sense. Otherwise, Spirit Summoning. But no, let's take a 2-drop. 2-drop that synergizes with the deck here. So this does... Splashing black makes Lorehold Excavation a little bit more dangerous, but it's not a big deal. Here I'd probably just slam the Rescuer. Oh, never mind. I guess there's Heated Debate. Well, when in doubt, take the Awesome Removal, I guess. Rescuer actually has good synergy, but I guess mostly with just Quintorius. It doesn't actually synergize with Familiar, so whatever. Ah, late Cody, huh? Well, I could take the Pledge Mage, or I can take the Inkling Summoning. We only got the one Learn card. I have a feeling we're probably not going to be taking advantage of Learn very much in this deck. So that might mean I just want this Pledge Mage, even though it's double white. It's going to let us fly over and deal damage. We probably just take it. I like Inkling Summoning, but... Wow, another Stonebinder's Familiar. Or we can take the Tome Shredder, and that's going to have synergize with our Familiar. That might make the most sense, although... Yeah, this is probably fine. Because then you can exile... Yeah, we'll take this. I mean... Another Excavation. Or we can take the Archway Commons. That makes the Black Splash easier, but at the same time, might hurt the mana base a little bit. Another Excavation. How do I feel about that? It's... I'll consider it. It does have random synergy here, so... Playing too many Archway Commons with aggro isn't super appealing. I'm still okay with splashing the Witch, because we have the Campus Guide and the Archway Commons. Another Quintorius? Wow. Okay. Yeah, I'm cool with that. I mean, we're playing 17 lands, so... No problems for that. Shaman's probably gone. I don't know if we're going to need this Teach by Example. Probably won't need the Thrill. Either of them. And we still have a lot of goodies in here. That's cool. So, first year versus study break. We only got the one lesson. I mean, we have enough playable, so I probably don't need the first year. Guess I can take study break. Apprentice. Maybe we take the intro now. That makes sense. We have enough in the deck already, so... Alright. I think Make Your Mark would be fine there, too, but... We already have a bunch of cuts to make. You might as well take Lessons or Learn cards at this point. Here I might just take the Negate. Beaming Defiance I could sideboard into, I guess. Alright, we got an Archway Commons anyway. I guess I can play them both, if I really want. I don't know if we have tokens for that. First Save Class, well. First Save Class is totally playable when you have a bunch of 1-drops. But, I don't know if we have space. 3 Archway Commons, how do I feel about that? Well, I mean, it does make a Sedgemoor Witch splash very easy. But we have a lot of cuts to make. And probably shouldn't... We didn't get any creature lessons, did we? No. So, what are my best Learn cards? Could be Dispute. Just because it's 1 mana. I mean, we have to make 7 cuts here. So, let's figure this out. We're definitely... I think we... might be off the Excavation plan. Just not quite good enough. Good synergy with the Quintorius, but... And the Familiar. But we have the Tome Shredder, which... Yeah, we probably get rid of those. I might get off First Day of Class. Probably getting off Sudden Breakthrough, even though I like it. Just because we have so much good removal in here. Do we have more than 15 creatures? Are there cards I'm missing that are creatures? I don't think so. Removal-wise, we've got Swords, Shock, Infuriate's a combat trick, Rip Apart, Double Heated Debate, Pigment Storm. I mean, a lot of goodies in here. How many ways do I have to exile? Is it basically just Tome Shredder now? And Historian? It's not that much. That does make the Familiars quite a bit worse. No, and Swords. So Swords, Tome Shredder, Historian, and Conspiracy Theorist. Okay. 4 is not the worst. This is a interesting little deck we've got here. So, I could try and get away with 16 lands. If I'm doing that, I really don't like the idea of triple Archway Commons, though. It's just our curve is legitimately low. But these are going to hurt our deck more than in some ways. Maybe just 2 of them. I'm okay with 2 of them. 3 of them seems like we're hurting ourselves, but at the same time it can help. And we have Campus Guide. I might actually have to cut Dispute just because we only have 2 lessons. Both the lessons are pretty useful for us, but I think Study Break ultimately is going to be more useful for us than Dispute. I mean, having them both would be nice, but I don't think I have space. So maybe Dispute goes. This also exiles, too. Another thing for Familiar. That's true. Keep the Claim the Firstborn. I kind of want to. Especially since it's like... This is tough. If I were to cut a creature, which one would it be? Running 14 creatures I'm not in love with, but otherwise I have to cut a non-creature card, and I don't really want to cut Claim the Firstborn, but maybe I do. Maybe I sideboard into it. I do think it's very good, and I think in this format in particular it wins a lot of games, but maybe it's a better sideboard card, especially given that I've just got so many good things in here. And we are running 17 lands, and we have the Access Tunnel. Maybe I try and get away with the commons. I think this could hurt us, but... Alright, well, what are we looking at color-wise? So, double red, double white. So we actually have double color stuff. I'm going to try and get away with the Archway Commons. I feel as though we're going to get punished by it, but I really actually like the way Sedgemoor Witch looks in here. I just feel like it's going to get in there. It's going to spit out 1/1s. It's going to make our opponent's lives really difficult. So we probably are going to end up doing even split, and I guess we'll err towards red because we have more red. But we have double white here. Technically, we have more red. I don't know if it even matters that much because we have triple Archway Commons anyway. But it's a lot of Archway Commons. All right, well, we're going to run it like this. It is a weird deck here. Definitely a weird deck. This is what we got. This is how we're running it. So we'll run it like this. We'll see you in round 1. All right. Well, it's keep. And we can still do like a turn 2 Historian. All right. Well, now I kind of want to do turn 3 Witch. Oh, that's cool. Let's just do the commons now. It sets us back a little bit, but in my opinion, with Sedgemoor Witch on turn 3, I feel like we're going to look pretty good. That also gives us access to white mana. Wonder if they have Draconic Intervention? They could. We'll do the Witch here. Sure. So turn 4, we can do Witch, leave up Shock, but more likely we'll do Witch and play the Familiar, which I'm okay with. see if they play the Draconic Intervention. They could. Because they have the Elemental Mastery, so it's going to do a lot of damage. Alright. It's okay. Swords is good. Let's get the Professor down. I don't think we have a way to get the Witch back that I know of. So, we don't have Pigment Storm mana. So, I think we'll just go Familiar and exile Imbraham. They can gain some life, and we'll pump our Familiars and get in for some damage here. Oh, I could have played the Historian. Well, if they do have Draconic Intervention, I'm going to be happy I didn't, because it also exiles, so we'll see. Oh, Serpentine Curve. Well, heated debate. I think we'll just double burn that thing. Why not? We also have access tunnels, so at this point we can deal... On board we have 5 damage unblockable, or I should say 3 damage flying and maybe more unblockable. Oh wow. So they're going to gain 4, discard 2, and draw 6? That's a lot. Oh wow, they got some goodies in there. Ooh, Warsinger's a good one. Archway Commons, a little bit slow. What can they get back with that? I'm not seeing too much, to be honest. I think we'll just get in for 5 here. I'm cool if they want to trade. They don't have anything to bring back really with Warsinger anyway, so it wouldn't surprise me if they wanted to trade. Yeah, that's fine. I could have gotten an extra damage in, but I don't mind getting that off the board too. So let's do the Pledge Mage, and then we'll do Archway Commons. And that way we can at least cast the Pigment Storm, I guess. And then possibly have lethal, depending on what they play here. That's a big thing. Okay, let's do the Pigment Storm. What would they have been able to get out of their yard there randomly? Serpentine Curve, Heated Debate, Thrill, Mastery. They've got some good Scroll Wielder stuff they can do there. So they've got the Serpentine Curve deck. This has been a really popular archetype, I've noticed, where you just do like Curates and Thrill of Possibilities, dump a bunch of instants and sorceries in your graveyard and play some big fat fatties. But I would say it's a pretty good candidate for bringing in the Claim the Firstborn. Smash them for 10 damage with their own creature. I guess I could cut a Familiar, although Familiar did some work there. I mean, all it took was one synergy card, and having some 1-mana cards that ended up being 2/2s was usually enough. But not sure what else to cut besides a creature, really, to be honest. Unless I want to cut Study Break, but then I lose access to my lessons. I do want to keep my creature count up, but maybe a Familiar can go, and we hope to just kill them with their 11/11s. Alright, let's hope for that. I mean, both times they played Serpentine Curve. Well, it's not true. I was going to say it was the only creature on the board, but that's not true. Yeah, I suppose we keep. We don't have red mana. This hand could punish us. I might... Oh, well, there's a good draw. Now we can at least go Campus Guide and get red mana. Guess I can't get black mana with it. Oh, well, maybe I can. I take it back. Did I forget to put black mana in here? Wow. Whoops. Can't wait to read the comments on that one. So I can't play Pledge Mage. Guess that's what we do. Guess I technically wouldn't have gotten anything back with the Scroll Wielder, but that's alright. Probably looking for a Serpentine Curve here, sensibly. Sparring Regiment's way good. Nice pick up there, alright. Let's go Effigy. Or Singer. Adept. Okay. So. Guess we'll just attack here. Alright. And then we'll pass. We'll do Study Break, and I guess we'll get Expanded Anatomy. Just to keep the beat train going here, I guess. Looting in Response is pretty interesting. I'll do the Anatomy, that's fine. Especially if they just leave mana up. Alright, Curve. That's fine, actually, so... Alright. Tome Shredder is cool, too, so we can do... Anatomy on the Effigy. And get in for 6. Alright. And now we have... Yeah, with the Shredder effigy, we probably have enough to kill them fairly quickly. And the Campus Guide, not to mention Campus Guide. Sure. I might need to shock them now. Well, if I draw... Let's see. If I shock now, play that. I still wouldn't have enough to do Shredder plus... Alright, let's just shock them. I'm okay with it. So we got this... Let me see. Yeah, I think we just go Shredder plus Pledge Mage, and that should pretty much do it. I mean, they kind of got to attack with everything here, too. And I got to remember to add a swamp, jeez. Do I just take it all? Maybe I just jump here. What can they get back? They can get that back or the Apprentice. Yeah, I suppose we'd probably block then. Sure. Get rid of this, I guess. Alright, and they're just looting. I guess that's a good sign. Making fractals. Alright, I would say we likely win here. So, to play around shock, we just have to make the Shredder unblockable. And then win. Alright. Well, let's remember to swap out a land for that swamp. I guess we'll even out our colors. is the plan here. So we had the extra red, and then we'll put in a swamp and run it back. All right, cool. See you for round 2. All right, round 2, we'll play first. One lander, yeah, I'll probably mull that. This one we can keep, and I guess we'll ditch. What are we gonna ditch? Maybe the Pledge Mage? I guess. I mean, this is at least a spirit, and this is a lord with some potential upsides for the deck. We'll see. I don't have double white to play Pledge Mage. Maybe if I did, I'd be more apt to want to keep it. Heated debate, be my guess, since my opponent hasn't done anything the first 3 turns. Divide by 0. I suppose I probably prefer that still to... Oh, geez. Well, that's not going to live. Could Pigment Storm it. I'm going to debate it. Not as good of use of mana. However, now we can use Pigment Storm for the bigger things. So I think I like that more. Like that, for example. Yeah, we'll take that out. I don't want to deal with that. Then we can go Effigy, Stonebinder's Familiar, set up for our Lord effect here. Oh, swords, too. Perfect. Alright. Yeah, if they kill Effigy, we still at least have Quintorius. So they did have the heated debate. Interesting. Or maybe they drew it. Ah, okay. Well, they got what they needed. So I guess we go Familiar and pass. Alright. Even though it gets bigger and they gain more life, I kind of want them to cast the Anatomy. Oh, we don't actually get to... I guess it doesn't go to exile, even though it's been exiled? That's too bad. Let's do Quintorius here. Sure. So, a little bit of difficulty here. I can blow up Team Pennant. feel like I need to get rid of the Vigilance. And the Trample. Alright. I think we'll blow up Team Pennant. And play a land and pass. This isn't quite as good as I want it to be. Alright. Go to game 2 here. Start playing against Prismari. I mean, our deck is aggro, so if we can come down swinging quick, I feel confident, but we got to come down swinging quick. Had a kind of an awkward mull there anyway. We mulliganed and then we just had a bunch of removal. I could see, once again, maybe bringing in the... Well, where is it? Claim, and then maybe dumping a familiar, but I also want to be aggro. That's tough. Well, I still think we'll do it like this. We're just going to have to sneak some damage in with the Claim the Firstborn. Get a nice little pummel early if we can. See, it's kind of slow, but I don't really want to mulligan either. We have all 3 colors. Like, it's a hand that needs more to do anything, but I don't think mulliganing's going to help us too much either. Alright, well that's cool. At least we can do this. Get in. Oh, Sedgemoor Witch. Well, that's a good one. Let's do the Professor, because it's the best use of mana. Plus, if they have Heated Debate, I'd much rather them Heated Debate my Professor than my Sedgemoor Witch. What's kind of cool about Professor with Hall Monitor is you can attack plus make something unable to block. It's pretty sweet, actually. Well, geez. They're able to copy with that. Alright, well that's cool. We can Infuriate now and don't even lose our guy. Plus spit out a pest. Alright, cool. We do have the Beaming Defiance too. That's actually kind of cool. Because that's going to protect from removal. But at the same time, I don't want to ditch Heated Debate when I'm going up against Painters. And their versus their deck too. So Claim can't steal a Painter. They can just double spells, is that right? Just Wow. Just cast it. Wow. Yeah, I think we need to keep our spot removal. That's for sure. Maybe we just keep it the same. I mean, I want Beaming Defiance, but I don't have... I guess I don't have a lot of stuff I want to protect either. Versus just have a removal spell for their strong cards. This hand's pretty dangerous if we don't draw red. We do have how many red sources, though? Don't we have like 10? Technically 9. We have 9, and we're on the draw. And even if we just rip white, we can still play the Pledge Mage. His hand is kind of slow. Yeah, we probably maul. I don't want to risk it. Alright, this is at least good. And then we can ditch... not a land. Could be the Familiar. Probably the Familiar. Familiar seems the weakest. Alright, this way I can at least go Historian into Shredder. That's cool. Pledge Mage is pretty good, but... I mean, at the very least, I can... Heated Debate it next turn and still attack. Maybe get Shredder, some use out of Shredder. Sure. I'm cool with this. And then we'll do Shredder and attack. Start getting some damage in. I mean, technically we're the aggro deck, right? Sure. Alright. So, we can do the Heated Debate, but I think we get our mana going first here. Alright. Well, we can take that out. That's cool. So, we'll do that. I don't want them copying that. And I guess we still have Study Break to find Expanded Anatomy. That's not bad. Since Expanded Anatomy at least lets us hold back the summonings as well. So that's probably what I find. Oh, wow. Keep both, huh? Alright. I might play like a... I'm anticipating like a Spectacle Mage here, probably. So then I'll probably go Professor and then kill it. Or Trickster on an empty board is okay, too. Let's go Professor here, though, and then... Yeah, I think we're just going to do commons. That way I can do Historian plus Shock, I guess. Sure. Alright, so we can Pigment Storm 2. I guess we have the mana to do it, so kill that. I'm going to leave up Historian, actually. I guess that makes more sense. I'd rather save the Pigment Storm for something that doesn't require them to... Oh, they have 2 War Painters? Wow, that's pretty sweet. I guess we'll do the commons and... I could have attacked into the Pledge Mage, I guess, but I didn't love it. Ah, Warsinger's pretty sweet. Let's, I guess let's get in there. Sure. So, do I have anything to get back currently? Yeah, I can get... That's cool. Fractal Summoning. Uh-oh. That's pretty big. Let's do the War Singer, and technically... Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, can I get anything else back? I can get the Shredder back. Because I can make War Singer unblockable. I suppose that's probably better. Quintorius, so that's... Huh. Alright, well... I technically, I guess, don't have anything else to bring back, so why don't we just Anatomy the Shredder here. And then pass. And that way... Double block, potentially. Alright, looks like they got us here. I could have made him a 5/5, but it wouldn't have been enough. Alright, we'll see you for round 3. Alright, well, this hand honestly doesn't work, so we're going to have to mull that. This one we can keep. And then we'll ditch, I guess a Familiar. You got 2, right? And we'll go turn 3 Witch. Hopefully turn 4 Fuming Effigy. That would be good. Otherwise, you can go Theorist plus Familiar. Not bad. I have a feeling there's some removal in store for this Sedgemoor Witch. Mm-hmm. Alright. Let's go land. And best use of mana is the Effigy, so we'll do that. What'd they ditch? Just a couple lands, okay. Aerialist, sure. So we're up to 5 lands now. We can Quintorius. Let's do Quintorius and then I think we'll pass. So still a couple lands away from... Uh-oh, Rutha, huh? Yeah, Infuriate's cool. So... Let's get in here. They'll block with the Pledge Mage. We'll Infuriate. And then we'll play Theorist plus Stoneminder's Familiar, I guess. Or they could take 5 here too. I guess that's okay with me. Oh, wow. So, if we draw a land... I guess it depends on what they do with Rutha here. Let's let them do that. I'm going to target that. So let's save Quintorius or Fuming Effigy. Can save one or the other. Effigy represents... Does it represent more damage? Probably. Although this spits out... we'll save this. This might be wrong. I'm okay if they attack with everything. I think we just take it. Let me try and go for lethal here. Oh, I might have... Well, it still would have been shy of lethal. Well, would it? Let's see. I think it's still shy of lethal. Because I'm 1 mana shy on the Pigment Storm. Like, I could have dealt 4, 6, 8, 10 to my opponent. But if I had done the other one instead, the Fuming Effigy, it would have been... This wouldn't have gotten pumped. So it would have been 4, 6... 7 plus Pigment Storm, another 4. It would have been 11 damage. Alright. Oh, wait, I can swords my own creature, though? I guess I can. Well, I can't save myself now. So we'll just go to the next game here. It's playing against another Prismari deck. They didn't show us any tokens to steal, so I don't think I'm going to do Claim. No, I think we probably just run it back. Alright, we'll play first. Yeah, it's a keep. I mean, it's not a bad hand, actually. Sure. So, can attack here, and then we'll do the Historian. Sure. We could shock that, or we can rip it apart. Suppose I'll probably shock it. We'll kill the Trickster. So, guess we'll just do this and this. Into 2. Said more witch is cool here, so do the witch and then pass. Sure. So we have heated debate. That's cool, we'll do that. Alright, so we can do Familiar plus Rip Apart. I'm alright with that. Oh, it's the only Rip Apart in our deck, so it's not the end of the world. Oh, it got exiled. That's kind of funny from the tested talents. Alright, so we have heated debate. That's cool. I guess since it can't be countered... Actually, maybe we do the Pledge Mage here. Alright. Kind of on board with this. Get some lifelink going, maybe. It's kind of cool. My familiar's getting bigger. Alright, so we have 4 mana. I think we'll just heated debate now. And we'll get Probably lifelink, actually. I feel like the life is more important right now. I guess we can attack with the familiar, too. Although, no, I don't really want to do that. This is fine. They can trade with their historian, and as long as I'm gaining life, I'm alright. Alright, that's cool. So, guess I can get Shredder down and start pumping our familiar. That's cool. Alright. It's going to be a little tricky. I gotta just start, I think, attacking with the pests. Let's see. Dog. Dearest. So we probably smash with 2 of these, the dog. And maybe the witch too. Probably not, I guess. This is 6, half their life. Alright. Alright, well, that's cool. And anything special we want to do? Game 3? I don't think so. Yeah, I think the plan is there. We know what we want to do. Admittedly, we've been having some mull issues, but I mean, I don't know what to say. Sedgemoor Witch, on the surface, looks like a greedy splash, but I mean, she just won us the game there, so it's tough. It's just such a strong card. Even when you're splashing her in an aggro deck. I'm pretty happy with her. Yeah, I guess we keep. I mean, it's tough not to with the synergy here. Problem is we don't have red mana, but admittedly, we've been having some mana issues with this deck, which is only surprising because we have 3 Archway commons, so you wouldn't expect that. But I think I will Swords this because they can't get it back, and then possibly start some beats with that. Not the best use of Swords to Plowshares I've ever seen, admittedly. Alright. That's fair. Alright. Oh, that's cool too, I guess. I think we're gonna rummage with this Study Break. So we'll rummage the... Oh, what will we rummage away? Probably Pigment Storm. I mean, we are quite a ways away from that. Alright, that's cool. Got the mana there. So probably do the Pledge Mage. Honestly, that kind of makes the most sense to me. The lifelinker going. Then they might just, you know, anatomy their flyer or whatever, and then I can heated debate it. Sure. That's fine. So we can rip apart. But Professor seems like good use of mana here, so I'll do that. I'm willing to trade my 1-drop for their 3-drop. Seems good to me. Sure. That's fine. Oh, Infuriate's cool. So, why don't we... guess we'll rip apart the flyer. Sure. So we don't have another red mana, unfortunately, else this attack would seem a lot better. We still have the heated debate, though, so that's cool. I think we'll just smash with the Professor here. I'm alright with that. It's got to be tempting to put the anatomy on the flyer there. Let's see. I guess we'll take... well, will we take 8? If I take 8, I go to 6. Alright, let's just take it. That's fine. Alright, that's fine too, actually. Take 9. Well, that's cool. So I can attack here. And then we'll go Infuriate to gain 7. And then... we'll play another Pledge Mage. And that way we can heated debate and get some more flying lifelink damage down. So I guess we heated debate. Pledge Mage. Get some lifelink. Gain another. That's cool. Alright. Well, we went 2-1 with this deck. It was a hard-fought battle, but we got there. I did like this deck a lot, and I got to play Swords of Plowshares, which was cool. Pledge Mages did some work, jeez. But it was a cool deck. It was fun. Yeah, some close battles. Even the one we lost was, you know, went down to the third match, so that's cool. Let's open some packs. All right. Pack one, pick one. Probably go Burying Books. I think Practical Research is a stronger card, but Burying Books is a great card. Good removal. I really like getting this set. It's been better than I expected it to be, defensively or offensively. All right. Pack one, pick one. I would probably go... I guess I'd go Historian. It's just playable 2-drop. Good for aggro. Good for buying time for the Prismari late game deck. I'm cool with it. Pack one, pick one here. Yeah, I think we still just go with the Professor. It's really hard to go wrong with the 2-drop plus draw a toolkit card. Professor, obviously very good too. Alright, here, pack one, pick one. Yeah, it's just hard to go wrong with Shock. I love it too much. Mortality Spear is very good, and so is Environmental Science, but I'd go with the Shock. Just love cheap removal that can burn my opponent's face. And finally, pack one, pick one. Yeah, I'm cool with Trickster on this one. Good tempo card, it flies, it's good cost for what you get. Alright, well, hope you enjoyed it, folks. We'll be back for more. We'll see you for the next one.